So, Tim, obviously you have a very close relationship with Urban Meyer. You played for him. What advice would you give to him right now?
Well, I think first of all, this is a very disappointing, frustrating, and honestly heartbreaking situation. When I first saw and heard about what happened, my heart was hurting for Miss Shelley, Coach's wife, someone that I love very much, and his daughters, who I'm very close with, and who I've talked to both of them this week, and also had the chance of talking with Coach. And it's a very difficult week, and my advice to him was to apologize, to admit it, to learn from it, and to never repeat it. And Coach shared with me that it was one of the hardest times of his life, and he apologized, but he didn't need to apologize to me. I know this has weighed so heavy on his heart, and he is hurting. And I do think, for some of the guys, he will have to earn back their trust and respect. And I think he really wants to do that. This is not something that I think anybody in his family takes lightly. This is a very serious situation. It's a very disappointing situation. But I also know that Coach isn't taking it lightly, and he knows what a big deal this is, how disappointing it is to so many people, and I believe that he wants to make amends, which is very hard, and it takes a while. That's the thing about a reputation; it takes a lifetime to build and a moment to lose. And he's someone that I love. I love Miss Shelley. I love all three of his kids. I'm very close with all of them. And, I want to be able to give him the chance to earn back that respect and trust, with at the same time not condoning those actions, but always being someone that gives people a chance to change, to grow, and to be able to earn back that trust and that respect. And I love his entire family, and am praying for them in this hard time, because it's so much bigger than football would ever be.
I want you to stay with me for a quick second, Tim Tebow, because I'm going to say something. I'm going to say a couple of things, and I want to make sure it's clear where I'm coming from. I feel slightly different than you, but I want to explain why. The first order of business that I want to say is this. Everybody that's on this show, I'm not the most emotional dude in the world when it comes to mushy stuff. And put Tim Tebow up on the screen, because I want to see him when I'm saying this. I'm not the most emotional dude in the world when it comes to what I term as mushy stuff or whatever. But I love all of y'all. I love you, Molly.
Love you too.
I love Michael Irvin. I love Keyshawn. I've known him for years. Swagoo's my brother. I love him. I love Ryan Clark. I've grown to love Dan Orlovsky and the work that he's done. I know Max isn't here anymore, but I got love for Max too. And I love Ryan Clark. And, I joke around about Tim Tebow being my friend or whatever, but he is. And I love you too, bro. You're one of the best people that I know, one of the best people that I've ever met in my life. And I preface my comments in that regard because I want you to understand, Tim, that although I get specifically where you're coming from as to how hurt you are, you could see how much you're hurt. You are imagining the hurt that has been, towards his family because of his actions, his transgressions, or what have you. What I would say to you, Tim Tebow, is that, man, you're a special brother. And most people in this world ain't you. They just ain't, man. They're just not. And when I think about Urban Meyer, he doesn't owe me a damn thing. He doesn't owe the public anything. This man made a mistake. Period. He's going to have to deal with that. I understand his family being highly upset, embarrassed. He's got to deal with that on a personal level. But I want to look into this camera and tell Urban Meyer, your family and loved ones matter. The team, because how they may have interpreted your actions, that matters. Tim Tebow, who you love like a son, you've been on the record saying that many times, and we could all see why. Yeah, you could talk to them. The rest of us, Urban Meyer, you don't owe anything to. You're not perfect. Most of us are not. And this notion that somehow, some way, he can't recover from this. Urban Meyer is 57 years old. Yeah. He ain't 87. He ain't on his way up out of here. Hopefully, he's got a long, fulfilling life to live. His transgressions, while not advisable, not smart, not good, totally get that. That's for him to discuss with him and his family. Him deciding to leave to go home in the first place. I know people would lament that. My response is the man won 81% of his games at Florida, 90% of his games at Ohio State. He's not accustomed to losing. It wore on him deeply. Did it ever occur to anybody that he took the trip home to begin with because he needed a mental and emotional reprieve so he could get back to being himself? This is the same dude that had, I don't know if it was an aneurysm or whatever it was with his brain just 3-4 years ago. Whatever that nugget of whatever it was that he was missing, that he felt he needed, if he needed to leave for a day to go home and be with his grandchildren and what have you, let's not act like that's the end of the world. Now, again, going to his establishment that he owns, partying with those folks and finding himself in that compromising situation while unadvisable and wrong, that's for his family to deal with. This notion that, oh, my God, Urban Meyer should be fired and he should resign is ridiculous.